students have been studying Shakespeare for the past month, focusing on one of Shakespeare's greatest comedies. And so over the next hour or so, we will be sharing a condensed version of the play with you. We'll be sharing 11 of the most important / funniest scenes from the play with some narration from students to tie it all together. Before we get started, a couple of reminders. As always, please make sure cell phones are silenced or on vibrate. Also, no flash photography, please, so we don't distract the actors. And if you do need the restroom, it is located through the hallway over there to your left. So, I guess some more enthusiastic students. So, the way the show runs, however, instead of only having one student per role, we have students switch off, picking up some of the major roles as we go through the play. So you might notice that some of the costumes are a bit color-coded, like all our Benedicts are in a dark blue, whereas our Beatrices are in a light blue, and you may, villains in black and so forth. So you may pick this up as you go along. Of course, we will have students narrating in between to let you know what's happening, and so we'll start with our first narrators of the evening, Aliana and Aiden.
Good evening and welcome to our Shakespearean Showcase for 2025. Tonight's show will be about one of Shakespeare's greatest comedies, Much Ado About Nothing. It features quick wit, romance, weddings, evil villains, rumors, tricks, bumbling police officers, and of course, a happy ending.
It all starts when Prince Don Pedro and his men return home after winning a war. They decided to stay in the Italian town of Messina, where they are welcomed by Leonato and his family. Now, there are two main stories to watch for in this play. The first is how Claudio and Hero fall in love to plan to get married. The second revolves around two people named Beatrice and Benedict. You see, these two are charming, witty, and proud, but they can also be quite full of themselves. In fact, both of them swears that they'll never fall in love, since there's no one out there good enough to deserve them.
In our opening scene,
Victory is twice itself when achieving some full numbers. I find here that Don Pedro has bestowed much honor on a young Florentine called Claudio.
Much deserved on his part, and equally remembered by Don Pedro. He has put himself beyond his promise of saying, "The figure of a lamb, the feet of a lion."
He hath an uncle here in Messina. We very much thought of it.
I pray you, is Signor Montanto returned from the wars or no?
I know none of that name, lady. Don't really much from the war of any kind.
What is it that you asked for, niece?
My cousin means Signor Benedict of Padua. Oh, he's returned. And as pleasant as ever was.
I pray you, how many have he killed and eaten in these wars? But how many have he killed? For indeed I promise to eat all of his killings.
Faith, niece, you tax Senior Benedict too much. But he'll be mean with you. I doubt it not.
He has done good service in his wars, lady.
You had a musty victual, and he hath all beat it. He is a very valiant trencherman. He hath an excellent stomach.
And a good soldier too, lady.
And a good soldier to a lady, but what is he to a lord?
A lord to a lord, stuffed with all honorable virtues.
It is so indeed. He is no less than a stuffed man.
You must not, sir, mistake my niece. There's kind of merry work between Senior Benedict and her. They never meet. There's a skirmish and whip between them.
Alas, he gets nothing by that. In our last conflict, 4 of his 5 wits went halting off, and now the whole man is governed with 1.
I see, lady. The gentleman is not in your books.
No, and he were, I would burn my study. But I pray you, is there no young squarer now that will make a voyage with him to the devil?
He is most in the company of the right noble Claudio.
Oh, Lord, will we hang upon him like a disease? He is sooner caught than the pestilence, and the taker runs presently mad. God help the noble Claudio. If he had caught the Benedict, it will cost him £1,000 ere be cured.
I will hold prices for you, lady.
Do, good friends.
You'll never run mad, niece.
No, not till a hot January.
Don Pedro is present.
Good Signor Leonardo, are you come to meet your trouble? The fashion of the world is avoid cost, and you encounter it.
Never came trouble to my house in the likeness of your grace.
You take your charge too, Leonardo. I think this is your daughter?
Her mother hath many times told me so.
Were you in doubt, sir, that you asked her?
Signor Benedict, no, for then were you child.
Be happy. You have it full, Benedict. Be happy, lady, for you like an honorable father. If Signor Leonato be her father, she'd not have his head on her shoulders for all Messina, as like him as she is.
I wonder that you will still be talking, Signor Benedict. Nobody marks you.
My dear Lady Disdain, are you yet living?
Is it possible Disdain should die while she had such meat food to feed it as Signor Benedict? Courtesy itself must convert to disdain if you come in her presence.
Then is courtesy a turncoat. But as soon I loved up all ladies, only you excepted. And I could find in my heart that I had not a hard heart, for truly I love none.
A dear happiness to woman. They would have else been troubled with the pernicious suitor. I thank God in my cold blood I'm of your humor for that. I had rather hear my dog bark at a crow than a man swear he loves me.
God, keep your ladyship still in that mind, so some gentleman or other shall escape a predestinate scratched face.
Scratching could not make it worse, and for such a face as yours were.
Well, you're a very parrot teacher.
A bird of my tongue is better than a beast of yours.
I would my horse at the speed of your tongue, it's so good a continuer. But keep your way. In God's name, I have done.
You always end with the jade's trick. I know you of old.
That is the sum of all, Leonato. Signor Claudio, Signor Benedict. My dear friend Leonato had invited you all. I tell him we stay here at the least a month.
Please, your grace, lead on.
Go ahead, Leonato. We will go together.
Benedict, didst thou not note the daughter of Signor Leonato?
I noted her not, but I looked on her.
Is she not a modest young lady?
Do you question me as an honest man should do for my simple, true judgment? Or would you have me speak after my custom as being a professed tyrant to their sex?
No, I pray thee, speak in sober judgment.
Why, in faith, methinks she's too low for a high praise, too brown for fair praise, and too little for a great praise. Only this combination I can afford her. That were she other than she is, she were unhandsome, and being no other but as she is, I do not like her.
Thou thinkest I'm in sport. Tell me truly how thou likest her.
Would you buy her that inquire after her?
Can the world buy such a jewel?
Yea, and a case to put it into.
In my eyes, she is the sweetest lady I have ever looked on.
I can see yet without spectacles, and I see no such matter. There's her cousin, and were she not possessed with a fury, exceeds her as much in beauty as the 1st of May doth the last of December. But I hope you have no intent to turn husband. Have you?
I would scarce trust myself, though I swore the contrary. If Hero would be my wife.
Is it come to this? Shall I never see a bachelor of threescore again? What secret had held you here that you fall not to Leonato's? I would your grace would constrain me to tell. I charge thee on thy allegiance. You hear, Count Claudio? I can be secret as a dumb man. I would have you think so. But on my allegiance, mark you this, on my allegiance. He's in love. With who? Now that is your grace's part. Mark how short his answer is. With Hero, Leonato's short daughter.
If my passion changes not shortly, God forbid it should be otherwise.
Amen if you love her, for she is very well worthy.
You speak this to fetch me in, my lord.
By my troth, I speak my thought.
And in faith, my lord, I spoke mine.
And by my two fades and shows, my lord, I spoke mine.
That I love her, I feel.
That she's worthy, I know. That I neither feel how she should be worthy, nor know how she should be loved, is the opinion that fire cannot melt out of me. I would die at the stake. Thou wast ever an obstinate heretic in spite of beauty.
He never can maintain his part, but in the force of his will.
That a woman conceived me, I thank her. That she brought me up, I likewise give her most humble thanks. But all women shall pardon me, because I will not do them the wrong to mistrust any. I'll do myself the right to trust none. And the fine is, with which I may go the finer, I will live a bachelor. I shall see thee ere I die, look pale with love. With anger, with hunger, or with sickness, my lord, not with love. Well, as time shall try, in time the savage bull doth bear the yoke. The savage bull may, but if ever the sensible Benedict bear it, ha! pluck off the bull's horns and set them in my forehead. And let me be vilely painted. And in such great letters as they write, here is good horse to hire, let them signify under my sign. Here you may see Benedict, the married man.
Well, you temporize with ours. In the meantime, good Sian Benedict, prepare to Leonardo's. Commend me to him and tell him I'm not failing at supper, for indeed he had made a great preparation.
Examine your conscience, and so I leave you.
My liege, your highness, now, may do me good.
My love is thine to teach.
Hath Leonardo any son, my lord?
No child but hero, she's his only heir. This thou factor, Claudio.
Oh, my lord, when he went onward on his ended action, I looked upon her with a soldier's eye. But now that I am returned, and war thoughts have left their places vacant in the rooms, come thronging soft and delicate desires, all prompting me how fair a young hero is, saying I like it ere I went to wars.
If thou dost love fair hero, cherish it, and I will break with her and with her father. And the conclusion is, she shall be thine. In practice, let us put her presently.
She didn't call me. She was Benedict just now.
Just like many famous stories, there's a villain in this play. And his name is Don John. Being the prince's half-brother, Don John hates that the prince and Claudio are given all the attention while he is constantly looked down upon. In this next scene, Don John that's enough! Finds out from his friend Baraccio that Claudio is in love with Hero, and he vows to make trouble.
What's a good year, my lord? Why are you thus out of measure sad?
There is no measure in the occasion that breeds. Therefore the sadness is without measure.
You should hear reason.
And when I've heard it, what blessing brings it?
If not a present remedy, then at least a patient sufferance.
I cannot hide what I am. I must be sad when I have cause, and smile at no man's jests. Laugh when I am merry, and claw no man in his humor.
Yea, but you must not make full show of this till you may do so without controlment. You have of late stood out against your brother, and he hath taken you nearly into his grace, where it is impossible you should take true root but by the fair weather that you make yourself.
I had rather be a canker in a hedge than a rose in his grace. And it better fits my blood to be disdained of all than to fashion a carriage to rob love from any. In this, though I cannot be said to be a flattering, honest man, it must not be denied that I am a plain-dealing villain. I am trusted with a muzzle and enfranchised with a club. Therefore, I have decreed not to sing in my cage. If I had my mouth, I would bite. If I had my liberty, I would do my liking. In the meantime, let me be that I am, and seek not to alter me. Who comes here? What news, Baraccio?
I came yonder from a great supper. The prince, your brother, is royally entertained by Leonato. And I can give you intelligence of his intended marriage.
Will it serve for any model to build mischief on?
Married, it is your brother's right-hand man.
Who? The most exquisite Claudio?
Even he.
A proper squire. And who? And who? Which way looks he?
Married on Hero, the daughter and heir of Leonato.
How came you to this?
As I was smoking amongst the room, come see the prince and Claudio, hand in hand in sad conference. I heard it agreed upon that the prince should woo Hero for himself, and having obtained her, give her to Count Claudio.
Come, come, let us thither. This may prove food to my displeasure. That young startup hath all the glory of my overthrow. If I can cross him in any way, I bless myself every way. You are both sure and will assist me?
To the death, my lord.
Let us to the great supper.
The merry war of words between Benedict and Beatrice now continues at a masquerade ball. Beatrice, after showing how picky she is in making fun of all men, now pretends not to recognize Benedict, just so she can get back at him with some insults of her own.
Was not Count John here at supper?
How tartly that gentleman looks. I never can see him, but I am heartburned an hour after.
He is of a very melancholy disposition. You are an excellent man that was the midway between him and Benedict. The one is like an image that says nothing, and another too like my lady's eldest son, and more tattered.
On my trophies, thou will never get a husband if thou be so shrewd of thy tongue.
Oh God, send me no husband, for the which blessing I am at him upon my knees every morning and evening. Lord, I cannot endure a husband with a beard on his face. I'd rather lie in the Lord.
You may light on a husband that hath no beard.
And what should I do with him? Dressing my apparel and making my waiting gentlewoman. He that hath a beard is more than a youth, and he that hath no beard is less than a man. And he that is more than a youth is not for me, and he that is less than a man, I am not for him.
Well, niece, I hope to see you one day fit with a husband.
Not till God make men of some other metal than earth. Will you not tell me who told you so?
No, you shall pardon me.
Nor will you not tell me who you are.
Not now.
That I was disdainful and that I had my good wit out of the 100 merry tales. Well, this was Senior Benedict that said so.
What's he?
I am sure you know him well enough.
Not I, believe me.
Did he never make you laugh?
I pray you, what's he?
Why, he's the prince's jester. A very dull fool. Only his gift is in devising impossible slanders. None but libertines delight in him, and the commendation isn't in his wit, but in his villainy. For he but pleases men and angers them, and then they laugh at him and beat him. I am sure he is in the fleet. I would he had boarded me.
When I know the gentleman, I'll tell him what you say.
Do. He'll but break a comparison or two on me, which peradventure not marked or not laughed at, will strike him into melancholy. And then there's a partridge wing saved, for the fool will eat no supper that night. We must follow the leaders.
In every good thing.
Nay, if they lead to any ill, I will leave them at the next turning.
The Lady Beatrice had a query to you. The gentleman that answered her told me she's much wronged by you.
Oh, she misused me, past the endurance of a block. An oak tree, but with one green leaf would have answered with her. My very advisor began to assume life and scold with her. She told me, not knowing that it had been myself, that I was the prince's gesture. That I was duller than a great bob, huddling just upon just with such impossible conveyance that I stood there like a man at a mark with a whole army shooting at him. She speaks poniards in every word, stabs. If her breath were as terrible as determination, there would be no living near her. She will infect the North Stars.
Look, here she comes.
Oh, God, sir. Here's a dish I love not. I cannot endure my lady tongue.
Now the prince, along with friends of Benedict and Beatrice, realize how similar the two of them actually are. They realize how perfect Beatrice and Benedict might actually be for each other. But how do you take two people who've sworn to never get married and make them fall madly in love? Well, the prince has a plan. While Benedict is out in the garden, his friends will walk outside and loudly talk about how in love Beatrice is with him. Of course, they'll make it sound like he's overhearing them, and they'll make it seem like it's a big secret.
As this next scene begins, Benedict is once again telling himself how no woman is good enough for him to marry. But he quickly turns it to his spy when he hears his friends talking about him. Let's see if this trick works and fools Benedict into falling in love.
I do much wonder that one man, seeing how much another man is a fool when he dedicates his behaviors to love, will, after he had laughed at such shallow follies in others, fall in love in such a man Claudio. I have known when there was no music with him but the drum and the fife, and
And now will he lie 10 nights awake, carving the fashion of a new doublet. He was wont to speak plain and to the purpose, like an honest man and a soldier. And now, his words are a very fantastical banquet. Just so many strange dishes. May I be so converted and see with these eyes? I cannot tell. I think not. One woman is fair, yet I am well. Another is wise, yet I am well. Another virtuous, yet I am well. Till all graces be in one woman. Ha! One woman shall not come in my grace. Rich she shall be, that's certain. Wise, or I'll none. Fair, or I'll never look on her. Mild, or come not near me. Noble, of good discourse, an excellent musician. And her hair shall be of what color it please God. Ha! The prince and monsieur love. I will hide me in the arbor.
See you where Benedict hath hid himself?
Oh, very well, my lord.
Come, hither, Leonardo. What was they told me of today? That your niece, Beatrice, was in love with Senor Benedict?
Oh, I. Stop on, the foul sense.
I did never think that lady could have loved any man.
No, nor I neither. But most wonderful she should dote on Senor Benedict, whom she did in all outward behaviors seemed ever to abhor.
Is it possible? Sits the wind in that corner?
By my troth, my lord, I can't tell what to think of it, but that she loves him with an enraged affection. It is past the infinite of thought.
Maybe she doth with counterfeit, made like enough.
Oh God, counterfeit? There was never counterfeit of love. They came so near the life of love as she sees it.
Why? What effects of passion shows she?
Bait the hook well, this fish will bite.
What effects, my lord? She will sit you. You heard my daughter tell you how.
She did indeed.
How I pray you. You amaze me. I would have thought her spirit had been invincible against all assaults of affection.
I would have sworn it had, my lord, especially against Benedict.
I should think this is a gull, but that the white-bearded fellow speaks it. Knavery cannot, sure, hide himself in such reverence.
He hath taken the infection. Hold it up.
Has she made her affection known to Benedict?
No, and she swears she never will. That's her torment.
'Tis true indeed, so your daughter says. Shall I, says she, that have so often countered him with scorn, write to him that I love him?
This says she now, for she'll be up 20 times a night. And there she'll sit in her swamp, so she'll bit a sheet of paper.
Now you talk of a sheet of paper. I remember a pretty jest your daughter told.
Oh, when she had written and was reading it over, she found Benedict and Beatrice between the sheets?
That.
Oh, she tore the letter into 1,000 halfpence and railed at herself that she should be so immodest to write to one who would flout her.
Then down upon her knees she falls, weeps, sobs, beats her heart, tears her hair, prays, curses. Oh, sweet Benedict, God give me patience.
She doth indeed. My daughter says so. And the ecstasy had so much overborne her that my daughter is sometime afeared she will do desperate outrage to herself. It is very true.
It were good that Benedict knew of it by some other, if she will not discover it.
To what end? He would make but a sport of it and torment the poor lady worse.
And he should, if we're alms to hang him. She's an excellent, sweet lady, and out of all suspicion, she is virtuous.
And she's exceeding wise.
And everything but a loving Benedict.
I'm sorry for her, as I have just caused, being her uncle and her guardian.
I would that she had bestowed this dotage on me. I would have daffed all other respects and made her half myself. I pray, you tell Benedict of it and hear what you say.
Word good, think you?
Hear hero thinks surely she will die, for she says she will die if he love her not. And she will die ere she make her love known. And she will die if he woo her rather than bait one breath of her accustomed crossfit. Ah!
She doth well. If she should make tender of her love, 'tis very possible he'll scorn it. For the man, as you know of all, hath a very contemptible spirit.
Oh!
Well, I'm sorry for you, daughter. Shall we go see Benedict and tell him of her love?
Never tell him, my lord. He'll wear it out with good counsel.
Nay, that's impossible. She might wear her heart out first.
Well, we will hear further of it by your daughter. Let it cool a while. I love Benedict well, but I wish he would modestly examine himself to see how unworthy he is such good a lady.
My lord, will you walk? Dinner is ready.
If he do not dote on her upon this, I will never trust my expectation.
Let there be the same net spread for her, and that your daughter and her gentlewoman carry. Let us send Beatrice to call him into dinner.
This can be no trick. Constance was sadly born. They have the truth of this from Hero. Love? Me? Why, it must be requited. I hear how I'm censured. They say I will bear myself proudly if I perceive the love come from her. They say, too, that she will rather die than give any sign of affection. I did never think to marry. They say the lady is fair. 'Tis the truth, I can bear them witness. And virtuous. 'Tis so, I cannot reprove it. And wise, but for loving me. By my troth, I will be horribly in love with her. Oh. I may chance have some odd quirks and remnants of wit broken on me because I have railed so long against marriage. But doth not the appetite alter? A man loves the meat in his youth that he cannot endure in his age. Shall quips and sentences and these paper bullets of the brain awe a man from the career of his humor? No! The world must be peopled! And when I said I would die a bachelor, I did not think I should live till I were married. Here comes Beatrice. By the day, she's a fair lady. I do spy some marks of love in her.
Against my will, I'm sent to bid you to come to dinner.
Fair Beatrice, I thank you for your pains.
I took no more pains for those thanks than you took pains to thank me. If it had been painful, I would not have come.
You take pleasure then in the message.
Yea, just so much as you would take upon a knife's point and choke a dog with dog. You've no stomach, senor, fare you well.
Ha! Against my will, I am sent to bid you come into dinner. There's double meaning in that.
Now that Benedict is hooked, we see how silly he looks as he acts differently around Beatrice. For the next part of the plan, it's up to Hero and her gentleman Ursula to trick Beatrice into loving Benedict. Let's watch as Beatrice becomes a spy and overhears what her friends have to say.
Now, Ursula, when Beatrice doth come, our talk must only be of Benedict. When I do name him, let it be thy part to praise him where every man did merit. Now begin. For look where Beatrice the galapagos runs, close by the ground to hear our conference.
The pleasantest angling is to see the fish greedily devour the treacherous bait. So angle we for Beatrice. Fear not my part of the dialogue.
Then go we near her, that her ear lose nothing of the false sweet bait that we lay for it. No, truly, Ursula, she is too disdainful.
But are you sure that Benedict loves Beatrice so entirely?
So says the prince and my betrothed lord.
And did they bid you to tell her of it, madam?
They didn't entreat me to acquaint her of it, but I persuaded them, if they loved Benedict, to wish him to wrestle with affection and to never let Beatrice know of it.
Why did you so? Doth not the gentleman deserve as full as fortunate a bed that ever Beatrice shall couch upon?
O God of love, I know he doth deserve as much as may be yielded to a man, but nature never framed a woman's heart with prouder stuff than that of Beatrice. Disdain and scorn rides sparkling in her eyes, misprizing what they look on, and her wit values itself so highly that to her all matter else seems weak. She cannot love.
Sure, I think so, and therefore eternally we're not the true of his love, lest she make a sport at it.
Why, you speak truth. I never yet saw a man how wise, how noble, how young, how rarely featured. But she would spell him backward. If barefaced, she would swear the gentleman should be her sister. If tall, a lance ill-headed. If low, agate, very vilely cut. If speaking, why a vein blown with all winds. If silent, why a block moved with none. So she turns every man the wrong side out.
Sure, such carping is not commendable.
No, and not to be so odd from all fashions cannot be commendable. But who dare tell her so? If I should speak, she would mock me into air. Oh, she would laugh me out of myself, press me to death with wit.
Yet, tell her of it. Hear what you will say.
No, rather I will go to Benedict and counsel him to fight against his passion. He's the only man of Italy always accepted in my dear Claudio.
I pray you, be not angry with me, madam, speaking my fancy. Senior Benedict goes foremost in report through Italy.
Indeed, he hath an excellent good name.
His excellence did earn it ere he had it. When are you married, madam?
Why, every day, tomorrow. Come, go in.
She's lying, I warn you. We have caught her, madam.
If it proves so, then loving those perhaps. Some people close with errors, some with traps.
What fire is in mine ears? Can this be true? Stand I commend for pride and scorn so much. Contempt farewell and main pride, adieu. No glory lives behind the back of such. And Benedict, love on. I will requite thee. Take me my wild heart to thy loving hand. If thou dost love, my kindness shall incite thee to bind our loves up in a holy band. For others say thou dost deserve, and I believe it, better than recordingly.
So far, the plan seems to be going well, but we'll get back to Benedict and Beatrice later. Meanwhile, Claudio and Hero have been preparing to get married, but the evil Don John... Okay, we're not starting that again. Is plotting on ruining their wedding. His friend Baraccio gives him the idea to frame Hero and make Claudio believe that she has been cheating on him. Of course, Hero has actually been faithful, but Baraccio plans on meeting one of her friends up in Hero's balcony window just as Don John takes Claudio by, hoping he'll believe it's actually her up there. Will Claudio fall for this evil plan?
It is so. The Count Claudio shall marry the daughter of Leonato.
Yea, my lord, but I can cross it.
Any bar, any cross, any impediment will be medicinable to me. I am sick in displeasure to him, and whatsoever runs athwart his affection ranges evenly with mine. How canst thou cross this marriage?
Not honestly, my lord, but so covertly that no dishonesty shall appear in me.
Show me briefly how.
I think I have told your lordship a year since how I have much in the favor of Margaret, the waiting gentlewoman to Hero.
I remember.
I can, at any unseasonable instant of the night, appoint her to look out the lady's chamber window.
What life isn't that to be the death of this marriage?
The poison of that lies in you to temper. Go you to the prince, your brother, and spare not to tell him that he hath wronged his honor and married your renowned Claudio to a contaminated stale such one as Hero.
What proof shall I make of that?
Proof enough to misuse the prince,
to vex Claudio, to undo Hero, and to kill Leonato.
Look you for any other issue? Only to despite them, I will endeavor anything.
Go then, find me a mean hour to draw Don Pedro and the Count Claudio alone. Tell them that you know Hero loves me. They would scarcely believe this without trial. Offer them instances to see me at her chamber window, hear me call Margaret Hero, and bring them to see this the very night before the intended wedding.
Grow this to what adverse should can. I will put it in practice. Be cunning in the working this, and thy fee is 1,000 ducats.
For my part, Benedict's gone to talk to Leonato about Beatrice.
'Tis even so. Hero and Margaret have by this played their parts with Beatrice, and the two fairs will not fight one another once they meet.
My lord and brother, God save you.
Good even, brother.
If your leisure served, I would speak with you.
In private?
If it please you, yet Count Claudio may hear, for what I would speak of concerns him.
Why? What's the matter?
Means your lordship to be married tomorrow?
No, he does.
I know not that, when he knows what I know.
If there be any impediment, I pray you discover it.
Why? What's the matter?
I came hither to tell you, the lady is disloyal.
Who? Hero?
Even she, Leonato's hero, your hero, every man's hero.
Disloyal?
The word is too good to paint out her wickedness. Go but with me tomorrow night. You shall see her chamber window entered, even the night before her wedding day. If you love her then, tomorrow wed her. But it would better fit your honor to change your mind.
May this be so?
I would not think it.
If you dare not trust that you see, confess not that you know. If you will follow me, I will show you enough. And when you have seen more and heard more, proceed accordingly. Come away.
So, Claudio and the prince have been tricked, believing it was actually Hero up in their room the night before her wedding with another man. Claudio decides that he will not marry Hero, but publicly shame her at the wedding instead. Is there anyone who's going to save the day? Luckily, the town of Messina has a police crew, also known as the Night Watch, led by their not-so-bright chief, Dogberry. Although his instructions don't always make a lot of sense, his crew of night watchmen actually end up catching Conrad and Baraccio confessing to how they framed Hero and promise to bring them to justice.
Are you good men and true? Yea, or else it were given, but they should suffer salvation, body and soul. Nay, that were a punishment too good for them, if they should have any allegiance in them, being chosen for the prince's watch. We'll give them their charge, neighbor Dogberry. First, who think you the most desert this man to be constable?
Hugh Oatcake, sir, or George Sequel, for they can write and read.
Come hither, neighbor Seacole. God hath blessed you with a good name. To be a well-favored man is a gift of fortune, but to write and to read comes by nature.
Both which, Master Constable.
You have. I knew it'd be your answer. Well, for your favor, sir, give God thanks, and make no boast of it. You were thought here to be the most senseless and fit man for constable of the watch. Therefore bear you the lantern. The lantern!
turn. This is your charge. You shall comprehend all vagrant men, and bid any man stand in the prince's name.
Half you will not stand?
Why? Then take no note of him. Presently, call the rest of the watch together, and thank God you are rid of a knave.
If he will not stand what he's been, he's none of the prince's subjects.
True. And they are to meddle with none but the prince's subjects. You shall also make no noise in the streets. For the watch to babble and to talk is most tolerable and not to be endured.
We'll rather sleep than talk. We know what belongs to a watch.
Why?
You speak like an angel. Must be quiet one.
For I cannot see how sleeping should offend. Only have a care that your bills not be stolen. Well, you are to call all the alehouses, and bid those that are drunk, get them to bed.
House they will not.
Why then? Let them alone till they are sober.
They make you not then the better answer.
You may say they are not the men you took them for.
Well,
Meet a thief. You may, by virtue of your office, suspect him to be no true man. And for such kind of men, the less you meddle or make with them, why the more is for your honesty.
If we know him to be a thief, shall I not lay hands on him?
Truly, by your office you may, but I think they that touch pitch will be defiled. The most peaceful way for you, if you do take a thief, is to let him show himself what he is, and steal out of your company.
You have always been known as a merciful man, partner.
Truly, I would not hang a dog by my will, much more a man who hath any honesty in him.
If you hear a child cry in the night, you must go to the nurse and bid her still.
Half the nurse be asleep and will not hear us?
Why then? Depart in peace. For the you that will not hear the lamb when it bars, will never answer to the calf when he bleeds. 'Tis very true. This is the end of the charge. Well, masters, good night. And to be any matter of which chances, call it me. Keep your fellow counsels and your own, and good night. Come, neighbor.
Well, masters, we hear our charge. Let us sit here upon the church bench till 2, and then on to bed.
One word more, honest neighbors. I pray you, watch about Signor Leonardo's door. For the wedding being held there tomorrow, there is a great coil tonight. You, be vigilant, I beseech you.
What, Conrad?
Peace, stir not.
Conrad, I say.
Here, man. I'm at thy elbow. Mass, and my elbow itched. After the worst scab, follow. I will owe thee an answer for that. And now forward with thy tale. Stand thee close, and I will, like a true drunkard, utter all to thee.
Some treason, yes, sit close.
Therefore I know I have earned Don John 1,000 ducats.
Is it possible any villainy should be so dear?
Thou shouldst rather ask if it were possible any villainy should be so rich. For one rich villain probably to poor ones. Poor ones may make what price they will. I wonder at it. That shows thou art unconfirmed.
I know that man. He has been a vile thief for 7 years. He goes up and down like a gentleman.
Didst thou not hear somebody?
No, what was the vein on the house?
Margaret, the waiting gentlewoman of the hero by her name. She leads me out of her mistress's chamber window, bids me 1,000 times good night. I tell this tale vilely. I should first tell thee how Don John, the Prince and Claudio, planted and placed and possessed by my master Don John, saw far off in the orchard this amiable encounter.
And thought they Margaret was hero?
2 of them did, the Prince and Claudio, but the devil, my master, knew she was Margaret. Away went Claudio enraged, swore he would meet her as he was appointed to the next morning at the temple, and there, before the whole congregation, shamed her with what he saw every night, and sent her home again without a husband.
We charge you, in the prince's name, stand!
Call up the right master constable. We have here recovered the most dangerous piece of lechery that was ever known in the Commonwealth.
Masters,
Never speak. We charge you, let us obey you to go with us.
Now that Baraccio and Conrad have been captured, all Dogberry needs to do is inform Leonato what they found. Unfortunately, as you see, Dogberry often has trouble getting to the point. Will he and Burgess be able to communicate the message before it's too late? We pick up the action at Leonato's house, just before the wedding.
What would you with me, my honest neighbors? Marry, sir, I would have some confidence with you that discerns you nearly. Brief, I pray you, for you see it is a busy time with me. Marry, this it is, sir. Yes, in truth it is, sir. What is it, my good friends? Good man Burgess, sir, speaks little of the matter. An old man, sir, and his wits are not so blunt as. God help, I would desire that. But in faith, honest as the skin between his brows. Yes, and I thank God I am as honest as any man living, that's an old man and no honester than I. Comparisons are odorous, however it's never Burgess. Neighbors, you're tedious. It pleases your worship to say so. But we are the poor Duke's officers. But truly, for mine own part, if I were as tedious as a king, I find in my heart to be so on your worship. All thy tediousness on me? Ah, yea. And 'twere 1,000 pounds more than 'tis, for I hear a good exclamation on your worship as any man in the city. And though I be but a poor man, I am glad to hear it. And so am I. I fain to know what you have to say. Marry, sir, I watched tonight, expecting worship's presence, to take a couple of errant knaves as enemies here.
A good old man, sir. He will be talking. As they say, when the age is in, the wit is out.
Well, God's a good man. And 2 men ride a horse, 1 must ride behind. All men are not alike. Alas, good neighbor. Indeed, neighbor, he comes too short of you. Gifts that God gives. I must leave you. 1 word, sir. Our watch, sir, have decomranged 2 auspicious persons and would have this morning examined before your worship. Take their examinations yourself and bring it me. I am now in great haste as it may appear unto you. It shall be suffocance. Drink some wine. Ere you go, fare you well. Go, good partner, go. Get you Francis C. Cohen bid and bring us pen and inkhorn to the jail. We are now to examination these men.
Dogberry was unable to tell Leonato about my plan to frame Hero, the wedding goes horribly wrong. Claudio rejects Hero and refuses to marry. Hero is so overcome with sadness and shame that she faints. To save Hero's reputation, her family decides to announce to the town that Hero is dead while they try and prove her innocence. Benedict, seeing Beatrice's distress, decides to finally declare his love for her. But when he tells her he'll do anything to prove his love, she has a shocking request.
Lady Beatrice, have you wept all this while?
Yea, and I will weep a while longer.
You know I will not desire that.
You have no reason. I do it freely.
Surely I do believe your fair cousin is wrong.
How much might the man deserve of me that would right her?
Is there any way to show such friendship?
A very even way, but no such friend.
May a man do it?
It is a man's office, but not yours.
I do love nothing in the world so well as you. Is not that strange?
As strange as the thing I know not, it were as possible for me to say I love nothing so well as you. But believe me not. And yet I lie not. I confess nothing, nor do I deny nothing. I am sorry for my cousin.
By my sword, Beatrice, thou lovest me.
Do not swear and eat it.
I will swear by it that you love me, and I'll make an eat it since I love not you.
Will you not eat your word?
With no sauce that can be devised to it. I protest. I love thee.
Why then, God, forgive me.
What offense, sweet Beatrice?
You have stayed me in a happy hour. I was about to protest I loved you.
And do it with all thy heart?
I love you with so much of my heart that none is left to protest.
Come, bid me do anything for thee.
Kill Claudio.
Not for the wide world.
You kill me to deny it. Farewell.
Here, sweet Beatrice.
I am gone though I am here. There is no love in you, nay, I pray you let me go.
Beatrice!
In faith I will go.
We'll be friends first.
You dare easier be friends with me than fight with mine enemy.
Is Claudio thine enemy?
Is he not approved in the height of villain? That hath slandered, scorned, dishonored my kinswoman. Oh, that I were a man. What bear her in hands until they come to take hands, and then with public accusation, uncovered slander. Oh God, that I were a man, I would eat his heart in the marketplace.
Hear me, Beatrice.
Talk with a man out of the window, a proper saying.
Nay, but Beatrice!
Sweet hero, she is wronged, she is slandered, she is undone.
Beatrice.
Princes and counties, surely. A princely testimony of goodly count. Oh, that I were a man for his sake. For that I had any friend would be a man for my sake. But manhood is melted into curtsies, and men are only turned into tongue. He is now as valiant as Hercules, who only tells a lie and swears it. I cannot be a man with wishing. Therefore I will die a woman with grieving.
Tarry, sweet Beatrice. By this hand I love thee.
Use it to prove your love for me than some other way than swearing by it.
Think you, in your soul, Count Claudio hath wronged Hero?
Yea, as sure as I have a thought or a soul.
Enough. I am engaged. I will challenge him. I will kiss your hand, and so I leave you. By this hand, Claudio shall render me a dear account. As you hear of me, so think of me. Go comfort your cousin. I must say she is dead, and so farewell.
So, Hero's family tells the town that she's dead, while they secretly try to figure out who framed her. And Benedict has still promised to challenge his friend, Claudio, to a duel. It seems everybody's at war with their former friends, when finally, Dogbear and his crew show up and the truth comes out.
Stop. Nay, do not quarrel with us, good old man. I say thou hast belied my innocent child. Thy slander hast gone through and through her heart, and she lies buried with her ancestors, framed by thy villainy.
My villainy?
Thine, Claudio, thine, I say.
You say not right, old man.
My lord, I'll prove it on his body if he dares.
Away! I will not have to do with you.
Canst thou so daff me? Thou hast killed my child. If thou killst me, boy, then thou shalt kill a man.
She shall kill two of us, and men indeed.
Gentlemen both, we will not wait your patience. My heart is sorry for your daughter's death, but on my honor, she was charged with nothing but
but what was true and very full of proof.
My lord, my lord.
I will not hear you.
No? Come, brother, away. I shall be heard.
See, here comes the man we went to seek.
Now, senor, what news?
Good day, my lord.
Welcome, Senior. You are almost come to part almost a fray.
We'd like to have our two noses snapped off with two old men without teeth.
In a false quarrel, there is no true valor. Shall I speak a word in your ear?
God bless me from a challenge.
You are a villain. I jest not. I'll make good with how you dare, what you dare, and why you dare. Do me right, or I'll protest your cowardice. You have among you killed a sweet lady, and her death shall fall heavy on you. Let me hear from you.
Well, I will meet you, so I may have good cheer.
Very well, boy. You know my mind. My lord, for your many courtesies I thank you. I must discontinue your company. Your brother is fled from Messina. You have among you killed a sweet and innocent lady.
He's in earnest,
In most profound earnest, and I warrant you for the love of Beatrice.
and hath challenged thee.
Most sincerely.
Come, you, sir! Nay, and you be a lying hypocrite once. You must be looked to.
How now? Two of my brothers men bound, Baraccio one.
Hearken after their offense, my lord.
Officers, what offense have these men done?
Married, sir. They have committed false report. Moreover, they've spoken untruth. Secondarily, they are slanderers. Sixth and lastly, they have belied a lady. Thirdly, they have verified unjust things. And to conclude, they are lying knaves.
First, I ask thee what they have done. Thirdly, I ask thee what's their offense. Sixth and lastly, why they're committed. And, to conclude, what you lay to their charge.
Rightly reason for his own division.
What have you done, masters, that you thus bound to your answer? This learned constable is too cunning to be understood. What's your offense?
Sweet prince, let me go no farther to mine answer. Do you hear me? Let this count kill me. Why, for I have deceived even your very eyes. What your wisdoms cannot discover, these shallow fools have brought to light, who overheard me confess to this man how Don John, your brother, incensed me to slander the lady Hero, how you were brought into the orchard and saw me court Margaret in Hero's window, how you disgraced her when you could marry her. The lady is dead upon mine in my master's false accusation.
Runs not this speech like iron through your blood?
I've drunk poison while he uttered it.
But did my brother set me onto this?
Yea, and he paid me richly for the practice of it.
Sweet hero.
When Leonardo re-enters, Claudio apologizes and begs for his forgiveness. Leonardo replies that Claudio can repay him by telling everyone in town how innocent Hero was, and coming back the next morning to instead marry his niece, who looks almost exactly like Hero, who is deceased. Claudio thanks him for his kindness and agrees.
So wait, Claudio's supposed to marry someone who looks just like Hero? Isn't Hero actually still alive? I think I see what's happening here.
Spoiler alert!
Sorry, I'll let the audience watch the final scene and let them find out for themselves. Meanwhile, as Leonardo prepares Claudio for a second wedding, Benedict, who is now truly in love with Beatrice, asks the priest if he will marry him to Beatrice. However, when the time comes for Benedict and Beatrice to declare their love in front of the entire wedding crowd, things don't go as smoothly as he'd hoped. We now present the final scene of Much Ado About Nothing.
Did I not tell you she was innocent? So the Princess Claudia, you accused her upon the air of your debate.
Well, I am glad that all things sorted so well.
And so am I, being ousted by fate and forced to call young Claudio to a reckoning for him.
The Prince and Claudia promised by this hour to visit you. You know your office, brother. You be father to your brother's daughter, and give her to young Claudio.
Which I will do in much confirmed countenance.
Friar, I must entreat your pains, I think.
To do what, senor?
To buy me or undo me, one of them. Signor Leonardo, truth it is, good signor. Your niece regards me with an eye of favor.
That's how my daughter lent her. 'Tis most true.
And I do with an eye of love requite her.
The sight were up, I think you had for me, from Claudio and the prince. But what's your will?
Your answer, sir, is enigmatical. But for my will is your good will. Dated, be joined. State honorable marriage, in which, good fire, I shall desire your help.
My heart is with your liking.
And my help. Here comes the Prince and Claudio. Good morrow to this fair assembly.
Good morrow, Prince. Good morrow, Claudio. We here attend you. Are you yet determined today to marry my brother's daughter?
I'll hold my mind.
Call her forth, brother. Here's the friar ready.
Which is the lady I must seize upon?
The same as she, and I do give you her.
Why don't you mind? Sweet, let me see your face.
No, that you shall not till you take her hand before this friar and swear to marry her.
Give me your hand. Before this holy friar, I'm your husband, if you like with me.
And when I lived, I was your other wife. And when you loved, you were my other husband.
Another hero!
Nothing further. One hero died defiled, but I do live, and surely as I live, I am made.
The former hero? The hero that is dead?
She died, my lord, but while her slander lived.
All this amazement cannot qualify. When after that the holy rites are ended, I will tell you largely a fair hero's death. To the chapel let us presently.
Friar? Which is Beatrice?
I answer to that name. What is your will?
Do not ye love me?
Why, no. No more than reason.
Why then your uncle and the prince and Claudio have been deceived. They swore you did.
Do not you love me?
Troth? No. No more than reason.
Why then my cousin, Margaret and Ursula are very much deceived, for they swore you did.
They swore that you were almost sick for me.
They swore you were well nigh dead for me.
'Tis no such matter. Then you do not love me?
No, truly, but in friendly recompense.
Come, cousin. I'm sure you love the gentleman.
I swear that she does. For here's a paper, written in his hand, a halting sonnet of his own pure brain, fashioned to Beatrice.
And here's another, containing her affection unto Benedict.
A miracle! Here's our own hands against our hearts. Oh, come, I will have thee, but by this light, I take thee for pity.
I would not deny you, but by this good day I yield upon great persuasion, and partly to save your life, for I was told you were in a consumption.
Peace.
How dost thou, Benedict, the merry man?
I'll tell thee what, Prince. A college of wit crackers cannot flout me out of my humor. Since I do purpose to marry, I'll think nothing to any purpose that the world has set against it, and therefore never flout at me for what I have said against it. For man is a giddy thing, and this is my conclusion. For thy part, Claudio, I did think to have beaten thee, but I live unbruised and love my cousin. Come,